Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ETF2L Season 36, Week 6, between Fate Gaming and Church of Jezunis in the Premiership division. My name is Wandum, Rahmed on production. It's well, Beta joining us on the co-cast as well. It's a Week 6 matchup in Prem. I'm pretty sure I've said that already, but players are sort of slowly joining the STV, so we have just gone live. Into this matchup. It's looking like a fun one, Beta.
Yeah, this is going to be really important. There's some real playoffs potential consequences to be had in this match. That's for sure. I don't know if we can show the table right now, if we can get that up on screen. But if we look at that, I am telling you, these two teams are neck and neck, and it is very, very close. They both have, was it 17 points?
17 points.
Yeah. And currently, Aura Electro, aka the Church of Jezunis, they have one match less played. They didn't play their week matchup yet because Jezunis was missing. So their big carry is back and they're ready to play again, but they are a match behind as it is. So there's a little bit of uncertainty there. Feint Gaming, they had a bad start to the season. They got mulched, and then all of a sudden they just turned it around really, really well. And, I'm suddenly started thinking that, we usually get some stats up on the screen, actually. But what I was thinking was that their medic, Bobby, played with them early in the season. Then his, computer exploded. And, then now he's back, baby. Was it all his fault? Well, we have some stats up on the screen here, so you should be able to tell. So this is Feint Gaming. And as you can see, we've got Bobby in the house here. So is there anything on this roster that stands out that you want to?
On Feint, I think it's definitely their scouts. Voxtech and Gaz have both been making them a pretty good name for themselves recently. Voxtech was actually nominated for Best Player of the Season last season. Despite not really playing that much, I kind of feel like that was more because Prem players were used to playing him in scrims, but he only played 3 games last season. He was, however, pretty good. He's known as one of the really big brains of the scene at the moment, which is actually why, Beta, I'm super excited about this, because we have 2 really big brains, Eames and Voxy, playing on a new map.
Yeah. That should be very interesting. This is a new map for us, of course, and there's no doubt about it that they probably racked their brains trying to come up with some good strats on it. We switch here to the Church of Jezunis, so, there was the Eames on Demo Man. You mentioned him. He actually doesn't have very many kills and such, but his DPM is good, right? It's almost in the 300s. Yeah. And you have Sorix, the big carry. We'll look more at him later, but he has the 340 DPM. All right.
Average
DPM, yes.
Average.
He was he was averaging 320 something DPM, and then he played against Swift, the best team in the league, and then he averaged 385 DPM against Swift on 2 maps. So now he's averaging 340 for the season. He's the #1 damage dealer in the entire league. So yeah, he is doing crazy. And Jezunis has been incredibly good as well. I want to mention that. He's been very, very good. But, he is the roamer, so his stats are not that flashy, but just trust me, he's been really, really good.
Sark's averaging 28.25 kills a map, which is kind of nuts. I think, honestly, when you look at it, Kondog, who's obviously playing medic for Church of Jezunis, he was known for being Ams's med and kind of being the one med in the world that you could actually put with Ams, who just kind of wanted to run in. I feel like you get a very similar effect with Sarix, who is known as the pasta brain scout, who also just presses W. I feel like pair him up with Kondog, I feel like we're seeing some magic happen. It's been a... I honestly don't know if we've seen this dominant of a scout season from another player in a while.
Yeah, all right. We're just going to put that up here. I don't know if it actually shows up on stream, but... all right, so here we are looking at it. So we got the Sorix up against Gazi. Gazi has also had a really explosive season. I feel like he has been less consistent, but he has been absolutely nuclear when he actually goes off. And definitely keep an eye on it because he is a playmaker for sure. But you can see Sorix. He's ranked #1 in kills, #1 in assists, #1 in damage, and yeah, it does have quite a few deaths, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like that just kind of comes with the territory, with what he does. It's a part of him, He does like to press W a lot. He does insane amounts of damage, gets an insane amount of kills, but that will also just eventually lead to a bunch of deaths. I think Gaz is one of those players that likes to do like weird stuff. And I feel like the first season I saw him, he did a lot of like going for flank plays. Didn't really like honestly accomplish that much. He was very used to just being able in pugs and Div 1 games and stuff to just kind of walk behind the enemy and sort of get away with it. But I feel like Prem teams, they were a lot more equipped to deal with him. I think he's really come into his own, become like a different sort of player in Prem, really adapted it a little bit. He's much harder to sort of take down, doesn't do the same things. I think he's evolved as a player, and I think he's doing pretty good.
He's had some real AM supers this season as well, where he just takes an Uber and just destroys everything with like, he also aims with almost exactly the same way. So that's pretty fun to look at. Let's look at some medics, shall we? I'll bring those up now. So we look at the Connor versus Bobby. Bobby hasn't played that many games, so maybe his stats are a bit weird and skewed. Time will tell, but you can see here, average assist per map, probably not the most important one, but average death per map, that is important, and Connor is definitely doing better in that department, only dying about 6.5 times, whereas Bobby, he's dying almost 9 times per map. But, do keep in mind that, this could be both good and bad, but he played when they were actually losing in the beginning of the season. I don't know if that's his fault or not, but keep that in mind.
I think if you go over to the heals per minute and the sort of average healing per minute, where Condog has, what's that, like 23 more heals given per minute than Bobby, and only like 1,000 more average healing per map, it doesn't like honestly seem like there's too much of a difference on that department. I'm actually surprised that the average deaths per map are as skewed as they are. Where Condog, Condog is known as a medic who will die a lot, but apparently Bobby, I guess it's just because of the smaller sample size. He has died like 9.5 times per map. It sort of skews the stats a little bit. But honestly, I think going into this, I think the most important stat is the crits, where Bobby hasn't used crits and Condog likes fun.
Yeah, he has actually used crits quite a bit. So basically, the way you could read it is that he uses a crit streak like once every 4th map or something like that, right? So there's a chance that he can go crits, and that makes him less predictable, I feel like. All right, okay, we've actually gone live, so we'll bring down all our fancy stats, and we're going to go into this game. We are getting ready. This is ETF2L season 36, week 6. All right, nailed that one for sure. But first, take it away, Wandum.
Yeah, so far we actually see Eames is rolling out to his own house. Matty AZN dropped all the way down to 19 HP. There's a nice little bomb coming out of the red soldier, sorry. As actually soldiers do come across. Voxy has found a kill onto Jezunis. And if you look at the positioning now on this red team, it's not very good. They're trying to walk forwards. Eames trying to fight a little bit of a pipe, but no, they're just going to walk back out. Rising, drop down to low HP, doesn't quite get taken down. I don't know if you remember this, Peter, but season 17, Rising kind of hit one of the nuttiest clip of all time on this map.
Yeah, so he should know this map for sure. Oh, we've actually got Nobby in the server. I just realized. So he's in for Fiskov. So he's going to jump in very aggressively. Almost runs into a sticky trap. He's going to find some soldiers in there as well. That was just a big suicide wave. And looks like we have Jezunis now trying to see if he can kind of return the favor. I think he was trying to spot the medic. He didn't see him. He just got spotted and then he kind of went back. But now he's got the support of the rest of his team. And Nobby, he's still quite a bit away.
Jezunis is trying to jump out, jump up into drop down. Oh my god. And he didn't quite do it. He fumbled it about as many times as I tried to fumble saying it. They're just going to walk into mid. They don't really do anything. Just going to walk back. And this is kind of one of the things with Metalworks is it's really hard to push, like out of second. Pushing into second, I don't know about you. I have this really secret strat where you just walk into alley and it looks like Jum's going to do it right now. So you walk into alley and you just kind of sit there and you wait for the opponents to bomb you. As you can just kind of sit here forward, and it's really easy if you're a demo man to sit in alley to spam forward. You can bait players forward, but it looks like your own team doesn't want to walk forwards with you like Voxtech's team does. You just kind of die.
Yeah, they didn't.
Exactly what happens to Voxy.
Yeah, they didn't follow your secret strat. Like their demo man was actually holding the indoor or their area, right? He just had stickers on the door, and then they left literally everyone else there. So it was just the demo man holding that. So Nobby, he's actually going to go down super weak. He's going to get an arrow and he should be fine. So neither team really finding an avenue of any kind of a proper aggression that amounts to much more than a single soldier kill so far. And No, this is the thing, right? You can sneak underneath maybe. Like, there's a single soldier down. He actually has a banner on, so as soon as he's trying to build that, actually doing a pretty good job of it. Now everyone has moved over into this flank area again with no demo, but they're actually going to go through lower, it looks like.
Oh.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, this is a really aggressive push in, as you said, and Amzuba onto Gaz. He does get killed onto Eames, which is pretty important. Has gone down himself, however, and now the counter is coming forward. Jezunis is going to take most of the damage. Actually, Nubby gets in with a nice little kill onto Condor, who says there's no real health on the red side anymore. It's only 2 players up, both scouts, Nevo and Sorix. Rising's actually super low. They're just going to walk forward. They get 2 kills. Rising and Matty AZN do go down. Nevo's 1 HP right now, but somehow he's getting Voxy to finally just run away there. Voxy deciding, even though Nevo's on a fat, solid 1 HP, not going to be willing to fight that. He just wants to walk back out with his medic. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that was like the ultimate scout play right there. There was a scout getting beamed, and then he also stole the arrow for the soldier, so then the soldiers got chipped down. That was the ultimate scout play that we just saw right there. That was kind of unfortunate, kind of ADing in front of him. So Rising is going to take a fat L there, an unnecessary death, and that's why that scout fight became so close, even though there was a medic on one side. Look at Jezunis he has bugged the map. He's up in the wall. I think he's been spotted. I think they're just kind of...
No, he's in onto the medic. Ooh. He gets a kill onto Jezunis, or onto Voxy as well. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that worked. I thought they had spotted him.
That's so good. Oh, Counter-Trooper is coming out right now, but Nubby and Rising are both behind. They do get a kill onto Matty. They're going to have to deal with these soldiers before they really want to do anything. Nubby, so far, he's actually gotten out of under, snuck his way back out, left his soldier friend in Rising to die. As, he's back with his medic, but Aura Electro, Church of Jezunis are back in onto middle right now. Get this cap. Demo is down for the opposing team still. He would be rolling out, but looks like they're not willing to risk it. They're just going to hold mid for now. Walk a little bit forwards, maybe into alley here.
And this is basically the same situation, just the teams have reversed the positions now. And this is kind of my big gripe with this map, is that you have these very long, narrow lobby indoor areas that are very difficult to actually push out of. And they're so easy to hold, and it kind of bog down the map. And it happens both into last and between mid and second. Looks like Scout gonna try to see if he can sneak his way in through bottom. You see Sorix, he's gonna just plow his way in there. You can feel his DPM dropping as time passes slowly. He's panicking.
Yeah.
Oh, Nemo actually almost dies to spam, but he's gonna survive.
So the thing is, like, it looks like Aura are edging towards alley, because that is ultimately pretty much the only way you really can push. The door through that house area is so small. If you really want a chance of doing anything, you are going to walk through alley. There's actually a lot of ground you can take on alley. You can make this pretty aggressively. You can see Amarok is actually just getting a nice clean jump onto the medic. He gets 1 rocket, almost gets a second, does get the force out of Bobby. 3 rockets there. Bobby dropped down very, very low, and looks like Aura, they get exactly what they want. They can walk back into middle, make it, because of the distance that the enemy team has to cover, it's so hard to get that force back onto the medic.
Yeah, I assume Nubby is playing pocket, right? Like that is what Fitzkoff has been playing this season. Yeah, and unfortunately the Rising, he also jumped in, but he couldn't get close because of the scout hitting the shots there. Looks like there's going to be a second try in here. Just the bomb from the sky hits 1 nice rocket, but Connor not being pressured further, so he's just going to be able to hold on to it. Doesn't panic, and slowly they're going to be able to get the second point, but they need to hurry up if they actually want to use this Uber until last.
Yeah, Bobby is actually already at 75%. It looks like they're going to want to take this through left side. Eames not really quite able to decide what door he wants to. You have to pick a side. Actually takes too long. They just end up walking back out. They conclude that no, Bobby, rightly so, does have Uber. I hope. Looks like they're just going to go for soldier sacks instead. Both soldiers taking buffs right now. Maybe they just want to take this fight. Boxy is sniping. He's walking through main. They have a gun as well. Gazzy is up, building that one. Looks like, no, they're just going to edge this a little bit. This is really strange.
Yeah, opportunity missed for sure. They could have pushed there with an Uber if they had been faster overall, but, you know, they didn't overextend once they realized that they weren't going to be able to push on it in time. So they're going to send in the soldier. Actually gets in really far before the sentry gun even shot at him. Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised. Was it upgrading or something, or did it just take forever to, like, did it have like a creak in its neck or something, that sentry gun, so it just took forever to look at him?
I don't know. It's just lag. I don't know.
Sure,
he has a 50 ping. It's hard. So Box Tech is getting pretty aggressive with the sniper, actually. He's found himself a nice little angle onto the point, but I do believe that Condog knows he's hiding in a corner, which means that it gets a little bit hard. Jezunis will go down to some sticky traps by Matty. Actually, Rising is going to trade that one right off. Traded both soldiers now.
The double banner. Yeah, maybe he just died on purpose there. Like you see Amarok on the Conqueror. Maybe Azuna's going to do the exact same thing and they're just going to double spam and then go in for it. They've kind of had success with that. Looks like Azuna's not going to go for that. But Nevo has actually switched to Spy. So he just held the door open there for Nevo to go in and actually switch classes. So we've got a banner building and we've got a Spy probably in Cloak and Dagger. So this is going to be the long con that we're entering right now. This is probably going to take a while, and this is where, you know, Feint could become very frustrated at just how slow the pace is.
Yeah, the thing about Metalworks Last is that it feels almost impossible to push out of if you don't kill, like, 5 of the enemy team. It's such tight, narrow corridors to even, like, walk into lobby and begin pushing that it makes it so hard. The way the sort of angles are as well, you have to check so many tiny
on top of the Spy's head. And he didn't notice. How did he not notice?
Oh.
He was standing on his head, I swear, man.
Oh, no.
Okay, they're actually spamming. Yeah, they got it. They got it.
Wait, he's... there we go. Gets shot down by Gaz there. Did he notice Rising is on Spy as well? He is walking up right now. Walk through that right side area. Almost hits a spam rocket, actually. Oh, this gets really hard. He's actually just going to walk through, like, a place where people are already spamming. So, we're back on the delay. Just going to wait a little bit for this Spy to come forward. There's nothing else is really going to happen. As I'm saying, when you try to push out of last here, it gets so hard. There are so many different angles, places you have to check for cool little hidey people. And it just takes a while. And in that time, players can, like, the enemy teams get spawners. Rising's actually managed to just make the enemy team walk past him. Now got a perfect angle. Connor's healing him, lulling him into a false sense of security. Amarok takes him down right away. So, gun on lost.
He uncloaked right in front of Amarok. You didn't see him. But look at this. There's actually going to be an eagle charge in here. They haven't forced them in forever, though, so they're just going to have to run.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate for Matty, actually. Ends up going down pretty early on in that push. Looks like because he's dead, and Nubby, look at the health on the blue team. It's actually awful right now. Crits coming out, Gazi. It does take care of Jezunis, but Nevo just barreling forwards with that banner there. There's not much you can do. Losing your demo man right there. Dropped by Bobby, unfortunately. That's one round for the Church of Jezunis. They finally do get something going. Losing that demo man, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, like you really need that to shut down a banner. Right, the big problem with a banner is that you're really fast when you heal, but that doesn't matter against a sticky trap. So having a demo man there would have been so helpful, but as it is going to be a 1-0 here for Aura Electro, aka Church of Jezunis, they're one ahead.
Jezunis does the nice little melee bomb on top of the enemy crate right now. Second soldier does come up top. He's actually high bombing a lot. Jezunis just kind of looking at him. He's not done anything this whole middle. Feint does trade a kill. Both soldiers do go down. Nevo is taken down as well. This is soldier so far in onto Condog. Condog is 10 HP. Finally taken down there by Boxy. Got himself a nice little 3k. Just gonna sit on mid, cap that up. With one soldier going in, Jezunis shut down immediately. Doesn't get anything. He's in as well. Stop feeding into Boxy, please.
Oh, there's still a scout in here. I mean, it's Sorix, but even he is not enough. That was definitely a bit of a feat there at the end. They just wanted that medic. Probably not a big deal there. They were, you know, they're just going to spawn on last anyway. They were never going to contest second. But that was just all the Feint scout. The Vox takes just cleaned up. He actually ate a pipe very early on the mid, and I kind of figured, oh, he's not going to do much, because you can just lose a mid from eating a pipe like that. But he just dodged damage really well and then just cleaned up incredibly well as people aggressed onto his medic. And Bobby, he managed to stay alive on that mid. He's going to have a full Uber advantage to work with here.
Uber is popped in through that little right side area. So they are actually forwards. Gaz is taken down by Amarok, however. A bit of cap time on the point, but the health is actually not that good. They've lost 2 players, but if you just don't stand on the point, Voxy's just going to cap it.
Yeah, it was incredible. He just dodged the stickies perfectly. And he just stood on it. No one got there in time, and then just barely managed to cap it out. That was I feel like that would have gone the way of Feint no matter what, but that happened a lot quicker than I expected them to. You know, sometimes the scout just survives on the point, I guess. You know, scout class It's gonna damage kind of inexplicably. Looks like Maddie is slightly faster, but Jezunis is there to just push him back. So nice area denial from him.
Yeah, and Matty is not really able to get anything done. He keeps trying to walk out of house here, but he's just getting denied by Jezunis already. Soldier bombs do come across now. They're going to want to get something done. Eames dropped down very, very low, but it looks like it will just be the blue soldiers. The Germans plus Nubby will be taking down. Matty going down as well. This means that suddenly it gets really difficult actually for Bobby. He's trying to run out, but look at the soldiers. Jezunis and Amarok already in. Amarok does find one kill onto Gaz. Nobby dropped dangerously low there. Voxy only 50 HP as well. Not quite able to follow up on it. Bobby was healing that entire time. Movers are even. Jezunis not going to be up quite yet. Gaz going to be spawning at the same time as well. Might be seeing an off-classer, but none of the scouts on the red team have walked back quite yet.
Yeah, it looks like they're just happy to stay. Actually, as soon as he's holding the door open,
there we go.
He's kind of idling there in spawn, so that is.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, he just went banner instead. All right.
Okay.
I guess they don't like banner and sniper. Like, that's a bad combo. I don't know why it would be, but I'm just going to take their word for it, I guess. Maybe people don't peek the same way and allow you to build banner if you have a sniper. Not sure.
I think maybe it's just they decide that they only need one. You don't necessarily need the sniper. Especially on a map like Metalworks, it's pretty hard, actually. Jezunis just going to ignore the fact he has a banner, just jumps in. Trades kills onto Rising, and Nico's gone down as well. Amarok in. Okay.
That was a weird sack in there from Amarok. It's Nivo has gone down as well, so now it's just Sorix and Eames in the corner with their medic here, desperately trying not to get jumped, but you know, Nubby, he wants to. Ooh. Look at him.
You can feel him. He's on the prowl. He's in onto the medic. Condog wants to kill onto Condog. Doesn't quite get it. Sorix does take him down, but he gets the force. Condog really low as well. That's an Eames trying to chase forward. They recognize they can't get in far enough to get that force. They're back all the way out into alley now. All of the eyes will be on the red team right now. Red soldiers, mainly Jezunis and Amarok, they're going to have to find something here. They want to get a force here onto the enemy medic. Letting Bobby have that Uber advantage for too long is going to be disastrous for them.
Yeah, they need to play close enough they can force them, because it is a very small doorway that they need to go through, but at the same time, the medic needs to be really far back. If Connor gets too far forward, he's just going to die. But look at this. The demo man doesn't hit his jump out there, so this Uber, very proactive, not very effective though.
Yeah, they managed to get second, maybe. They actually haven't even capped it yet. Nevo finally taken down by Gaz there. It's actually Matty's just going to get caught out without the rest of his team. Stark's getting a kill onto that one. It looks like they're not even going to be able to hold second here necessarily. Church of Jezunis fight right back. They do lose a scout, but without a demo man, that's so much area denial. The blue team just doesn't have anymore. The Germans, they're building on last, and Sarks is just in. He takes this Uber, but doesn't have it all. Foxy take it down. That's a soldier denied as well. Condog is trolling a little bit, but Kaz just manages to get the cap in the meantime.
Yeah, he killed like 3 players and then capped it out. No problem. No problem. And he's still on the prowl. He's not going to be able to cap mid, and he knows it, so he's just going to lay some traps. And see, he's hiding in that house. He's just waiting for a soldier or demo man to just jump over here and snatch up the med kit. Oh, I think he's been spotted. Yeah, he's been spotted.
Oh. Or just get 2-shot by Zorix, you know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dodging to be done in that little tight space. That's for sure. And then Condog, he throws down the bind. It's good stuff. Can't kill the king. Parentheses me. Just in case you're wondering who the king is.
Bobby does have Uber. It actually looks like they're trying to edge point right now, but Condog is at 90% now. I'm not really sure if this is a fight you want to take if you are German. As soon as it's so close in onto Bobby, doesn't get anything. He's actually so low, 15 HP. He still doesn't pop, by the way.
Wow.
He just completely chads this as Eames actually gets a kill onto Voxy. They are leaving finally. One soldier going out as well. He's actually in onto Eames. And Amarok doesn't quite find a kill. Sorix at 37 HP, not taken down. And Zunis is finally rolling back out with 2 kills. Looks like blue team, red team, Church of Jezunis, they want to go for something right now.
They do have the man advantage to work with right now. You see Rising, he's playing very close, but it's very dangerous. If he peeks too far, he's just going to get insta-deaded. And it's very dangerous here. And it is only Rising forward now. And you see Jezunis going to jump in. That was just the bait. Here comes Amarok. He's just going to stand on the point for a little bit. And, you know, there's a lot of noise going on, but no real kills so far. Oh my god, did I just jinx everything? As 2 players go down immediately.
Yeah, Amarok, 2 really nice kills. And actually get the force. Condog hasn't popped, but maybe he's just in by himself. counter Uber comes up on nobody but Starix. It's actually, the Uber's gonna fade away. There's just Starix is running into like 10 people right now. He's on an AK, he's on the point on his own. He's gonna have to kill players right now. Nevo not able to fight follow up on Starix there. No kills really being found. Condog has found himself a single soldier in Jezunis. He's gonna have to book it right out of second. They want to fight this because it's just one scout, but Jezunis, I'm not sure if you want to be here right now.
It is no longer just one scout, it is an entire team. And he's gonna be lucky if he actually gets out. Yeah, he can count himself lucky on that one. He probably overextended a little bit. There were stickies behind him, so he had to drop down underneath. And it's very difficult to actually jump out down there, but he makes it out. Just sort of lifts away with his pride in life intact. And now it's going to be up to them to see if they can hold mid. They are at an uber disadvantage. Bobby's on 90%. Obviously, it doesn't matter until he actually gets it, but if Connor's playing too close when this uber gets popped, he could very much die. The fake uber, I love it from Connor.
This is actually really close right now. As they're trying to go in here, the Germans not quite able to find anything. Condog actually managed to get the Uber, pops it just in time there, almost taken down by something, I believe. Not even sure what it was. Gaz is all the way in behind. Wait, never mind. That's his own second. I'm trolling.
Yeah, Nubby is behind lines. That's what you meant to say. He is in deep. As yeah, Amarok is going to try get in here. Actually, Uber has been forced, and Nubby is actually going to find the demo man here. Barely manages to get him. That was a bit of a struggle there, but he gets him in the end there. So flank does pay off here. No demo man means you can just walk through this doorway, right? Because normally, like one demo man could just shut it down, but now it's going to take a lot more effort to actually hold it.
It is still possible should you have a soldier, but if you look at the players that Condog has, it's just 2 scouts. It does look like they're moving through alley. They actually have an Uber disadvantage right now. Bobby, only 50%. Condog's just about has the Uber. They want to go in and fight this. Actually, Nevo leading the charge so far. Jezunis is taken down, but so is Matty as the Uber comes in forward. They actually only have found that 1 kill. The health on the red team is not that good. Bobby was taken down very low.
Oh, Gaz is behind.
1 kill onto Rising. Second soldier falls as well, but Gaz is in onto Condog. That's a really crucial kill. The rest of his team may have died, but Condog surviving that. Vox Tech with his medic. Bobby, 90% now. Makes this really good, honestly, for the Germans right now. They just have to recuperate, get their spawners back. They should be able to fight right back when the Church do eventually go in for a play.
Bobby getting out there is just so crucial as well. That Uber from Aura Electro, I feel like it would have been a lot better if they had not focused the medic there. I think they should have just focused on the players, but you know, at some point you make that decision, and then if you don't get the medic, you look real dumb, and that can just kind of happen sometimes, and that's what happened there. And now as a result, Bobby's going to have this fat Uber advantage to walk in here with. They don't want to use it, obviously. They want to get mid for free, but there's a lot of spam to contest with that, and as soon as in his face, that's going to be an Uber force. Great job there by Jezunis.
Yeah, Jezunis really just once again doing it for his team. That force is so crucial because it gives Condog time to breathe. They don't necessarily hold second here. It's pretty difficult, but they can sort of edge it out, try to find a few kills, maybe sort of hold it, but they are able to lock down house, but should the blue team elect to push alley right now, it could be pretty difficult. Rising's actually all the way in. Decides to just walk back out, but that's enough. Second soldier comes in as well. Nubby gets that force onto Condog. The situation has been reversed. 1 kill onto Nubby might not be enough, but maybe a kill onto Vox Tech, and Rising should be what does the trick. Church of Jezunis right now, they're walking into middle.
Yeah, they can just walk in here now. No contest at all. There's still a demo man alive, which means that there's going to be some annoying sticky trap. It takes about 8 million years to clear this lobby of stickies. So if you want to move fast, you actually kind of have to go through the low ground. But now we've got Bobby on this. We are in the classic seesaw stalemate kind of position, where it's not a stalemate. It's just the Uber seesaw, but one team continuously keeps having an Uber advantage while the other medic tries to retreat in time without dying. It looks like Maddie's going to be pressured really hard here. Bobby, he's trying not to pop it, and so far he's succeeded in doing that. And actually, Eve's going to go down. That's going to be a mid-cap and no Uber popped at all.
Yeah, no Uber popped, but Condog will be getting Uber hit. So it looks like Church of Jezunis, they're just going to walk right back to second, but actually pushing under immediately here on the German side. Ubers are popped out from both teams. They do try to get a kill onto Amarok. Not quite able to find it. Sarx, however, taken down by Matty. They're going to have to walk right back out of house. So far, Soldier in Nubby does go down. The rest of the team on bridge. They do take down Gaz, however. Church of Jezunis now looking like they're going to hold this. Jezunis bombs forwards, completely denies everyone, despite this whole team being 100 HP.
Yeah, that was so close right there. There were a lot of players that were very, very weak. Amarok almost going to die again, just not dying right now for Electro. I feel like they've got like a guardian angel just holding his or her hand over them, making sure that they don't die, because currently they're just surviving everything and just getting those kills with like 8 HP remaining. So they're feeling very lucky, but this midpoint still heavily contested. See, Nubby is in a prime position to just drop down on them if it's going to come anyone through, and it looks like the Condog's just going to retreat with the rest of his team here. He doesn't want to risk it. He didn't quite have his Uber yet, so now we're going to be in a stalemate position. And, you know, this is where we normally see the double soldier sacks going on. Or, you know, you can kind of do a fake sack on this one, but the problem is it's a little difficult to actually get in here. Amarok's going to try and see if he can get a bomb on. He's trying to catch them as Bobby walks in to this flank area. You know, you talked about how much space. Oh, no! Oh. Condog just pops to spam. Nubby's in. Oh. He was like, oh, wait, we already got it? What happened?
he kind of jumped in. I don't even see why Condog popped. It feels like that's the most Condog pop of all time. But I guess he got forced by spam.
Yeah, it was like stickies, pipes, and rockets. Just, what the hell is Jezunis doing? That is way higher up than I've ever seen. He is in the skybox.
They're actually walking in onto second right now. Jezunis looking like they want to force this pretty early. They kind of have to. Giving the enemy team a big ad makes it pretty hard. Jezunis actually in behind. He's in onto the mech. They haven't spotted him. He was cheating. The admins won't allow you to do that. They're actually in right now. He does get the force. Look at the Jezunis. They're so far forwards. That sentry gun is taken down. They have a lot of space. Nubby jumping in, but he will be taken down. Evo was sniping, I do believe. Onto the point now. Matty does have one sticky, but looks like the rest of his team is falling. He's 50 HP, trying to dance around. He's the only player
Bobby
left alive. Bobby is somewhere.
He was in flank, and I thought Amarok had him, but either Amarok didn't feel like he had the health, or he just didn't spot him. So he just went to get a med kit. So Bobby will actually be able to survive here. It's obviously at a massive Uber disadvantage. We see Rising's actually set up here for a medic force. He didn't find the medic though. He didn't know where he was. So Nubby's going to be the one to actually jump in there and get him. And now the Uber does come out. Rising is still hiding. Yeah, he's been spotted. He's actually going to make it out alive there. It's a great job by him, not falling to Amarok. Amarok has the most air shots of anyone this season. Just FYI.
Amarok right now, he goes huge! He jumps down onto the pipe lord, just gets like 2 nice little kills clean onto Voxtech and Matty. 3 up now for this German side. Gaz taking down as well. Amarok's on the 7k.
Yeah, as soon as from the front, Scout from the back. Oh my god, Rising hits the rocket. Alright. Alright, dude.
Give him number 9. Give him number 9. Come on, there's a soldier right there. Hit the air shot. Oh, nope, you're 5 HP, Amarok. What are you doing? Actually just gonna try to fight this. Jezunis jumps down as well. Gets out with his life. I got really excited there, but he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything, Peter.
Well, Connor's building Uber right now is what he's doing. They're actually gonna go in here just off of the man and heal advantage. See Nubby kind of shocking around in this corner. Just waiting for like a medic to drop down. You know, just spam the point, medic drops down, boom, backstab. That's the plan. Probably not going to happen, but he's going to find another way of making this work.
I actually didn't realize that they changed this weapon so that it allowed you to disguise. He's actually just going to get caught out immediately. He doesn't even get to go on the medic. He hits Nevo for like 40 damage and dies. And actually, Soldier's just going to walk onto second here. They know they can't really contest this, but they're going to have to walk so fast. Church of Jezunis this time have to be a little bit more decisive if they want to go in here. Bobby already 80%. He's going to be walking through main right now. The Uber is not quite popped. There's actually nothing really on the point. There are some stickies. Amarok is jumping so far forward. Bobby doesn't have it. Amarok is huge again with 3 kills, 2 kills. Sorry, I can almost count, but that is almost more than enough. Everyone in the blue team is so low. Amarok finds the crucial kills. That is brutal. What a round.
Absolutely. That was such a back and forth round. Teams just couldn't get a big foothold on either team's side, but eventually just Amarok goes on the fat 10k, juggles the medic in the doorway. You just hear him spamming his resupply bind, but he was just inches away, not quite close enough, and that's going to be that. Not able to get out alive, and Bobby, he's going to die, and that's going to be 2-1 in favor of Or Electro with 2.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, this is crunch time right now for the jumps. It has been pretty close. The round they did get was pretty fast as well. Jezunis is sitting all the way on top of mid here. He's just eating a lot of spam with the scouts, just shooting across. He finally jumps in. He's in onto Bobby. Gets one rocket in the air. Doesn't quite hit the air shot. Bobby not even going down, actually. Nevo goes down as well. Gaz and Voxtech have just found absolutely everyone. Amarok has found a kill onto Bobby, but it looks like he's the only player to find a kill. Nubby did go down as well, but I think that should be it. That's a really important mid for the blue team, but the fact that Bobby died makes this still very doable for Church of Jezunis here.
Indeed. He got focused really hard there, Bobby. It was like 2 soldiers. He had to surf like 3 rockets 3 separate times. He did a really good job of staying alive for very long, but the rest of his team were just more focused on actually getting kills other than cleaning up the soldiers and protecting their medics. So yeah, they're gonna be not left with an Uber advantage here, but they might just go in. Looks like just who cares about Uber, I guess, but they're going to be running into a sentry gun. That's very difficult to actually deal with. Nevo even going to cheekily save it there by picking it up. So it might just be an Uber v Uber situation, and I think they're going to be in a position where they just have to pop it to get Uber out of the way, and then the question is, what's the best way of doing that? And looks like they're going to choose their own right side.
Yeah, they're actually walking in right now. Uber has been popped because they don't have Uber. Gaz is forced
oh my god, he
just gone down. Nubby gets a kill onto Condor. So now the Uber comes out. The enemy team doesn't have anything to answer for this. Sentry gun behind, but it's only level 1. It's on to the point right now. Matty's actually taken down, but Sorex is following as well. Azuna's taken down. It's just an engineer on the point. Uncle Dana, you watching this because he's shut down. Oh my god. Nubby pulls something out of the bag, and they are back in this. 2-2 with 45 seconds left. I do believe this should be golden to the golden cap, Peter.
Sometimes you can kill the king, Connor, in case you're wondering. That is really, really clutch. You know, building Uber is important, people, and that was just 5% Uber right there that they gained just from building and being aggressive. And Kondo, I don't think he expected that. He was kind of out of position, but, you know, if he had Uber, that would have been fine. But as it is, we're going to be left with a last mid-fight that I don't think is going to matter. 20 seconds remaining.
Hit air shots, hit air shots, hit air shots.
Yeah.
Beats is watching, he wants to make a video. Go submit your demos if you haven't. Oh no.
Somebody jump into the skybox. Come on, Eames. You almost have the health. Hey, that's a full for Maddie. That counts, right? Yeah. Well done.
Did it.
Alright. That's the end of the first half of this first map. That is... there's still more to come. That was a hell of a comeback there by Feint. I have no idea who's going to win this golden cap, but let's see if we can look at some log, maybe see if we can glean any truths here. But that was a hell of a game.
Yeah, that was really close affair. I honestly wasn't expecting that at all coming out of them. I did go into this believing that Church of Jezunis should have it in the end, but I'm actually really surprised by the level of the Germans' play. It has been pretty solid so far. I do open up the wrong log. I do believe I have found it now. And looking at this, oh my god, this damage is so low for everyone.
Yeah, and there was no pauses or anything. It's just kind of a close, slow-ish game where it just slowed down, and it's one of those maps where it's pretty difficult to actually spam out the other team without exposing yourself. You know, often on Gollywas when there's a stalemate, you just get a ton of damage anyway, right? But yeah, Metalworks is not like that at all. So, you know, Sorik's DPM is crying right now.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, Sorik's only went 23 for 10, so it's a poor map, poor showing from him. Goes below his average kills. Yep.
And also Nubby actually top damage for his own team. You know, the Merc. Yeah. He got 1% heal more than Rising, so he is technically the pocket, I guess. So I guess that answers my question: is he pocket or not? And the answer is no, because they don't have one.
No. I mean, I guess for a map like Metalworks, it kind of works. I was honestly really impressed by the way Amarok and Jezunis were able to pressure teams on middle. Their spam was really good, both into Valley and also onto Demoman at the beginning. Jezunis was being such a pest towards Matty. He just couldn't get into mid at all. He had to walk down on the low ground. Being on the low ground on Metalworks middle as a demo man is just rough. And I think you can probably honestly see that in the logs. Matty he got more kills than Eames, but I also feel like Eames just didn't have to do as much. So damage between the two demo men, it's fairly even actually, but look at the damage taken as well. These are rough numbers for Church of Jezunis actually.
Yeah, it's there's definitely some things they can look at. Like they have better damage for sure. You can see they have about, I don't know, 2,500 extra damage, and they have got like 6 more kills and an extra Uber charge. So there's a lot of stats going their way. I kind of feel like you've got to feel like Feint has the momentum right now just because of the way they got that last round. You know, that is something definitely to keep in mind going into this, because golden caps are very often a product of momentum. And if you look at the mid fights, actually, they are squarely in the favor of Feint Gaming, and they even won the last one. Just trust me on that one. They would have won that.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, they have been doing pretty good. Despite Amarok and Jezunis being able to effectively shut down Matty, I feel like the Soldier Bombs being a little bit delayed coming out of Rising and Nubby honestly left the Feint Gaming in a situation where they're coming out ahead on the middle. Feels like Red Soldiers, they have a lot of pressure early on, but then it's just kind of negated towards the end of the middle. Where Feint Gaming just come out all at once instead of just sort of exerting pressure over time. They come with a very quick burst. Feels like big old man Eames is not really prepared for such a shock to a system. We are live. This is a Golden Cap Beater, Map 1, ETF2L, Season 36, Week 6, between Church of Jezunis and Feint Gaming.
And to keep you guys reminded, this is about the playoff spots, and both of these guys are like around 3 and 4 in the tables. And once again, as soon as it did really fast rollout here.
Yeah, Matty pretty much forced immediately down onto that low ground, not able to walk in. Eames is shooting down a little bit. Bobby taken down immediately by Bomb from Jezunis. Amarok finds the kill onto Gaz as well. Matty's in onto the enemy house. And look at how far back Church of Jezunis already is, but it doesn't matter because Rising's found a kill onto Connor. Amarok is dead as well. Nevo, Voxtech, and Sorek. Sorek's at 16 HP all the way back on his own valley. It's actually Nevo just gets 2-shot clapped by Voxtech. Here we go. Are you ready for this 1v1? Sarge is in onto Voxtech. Actually gets the first shot. Voxtech is 6 HP. There we go. Nobody kills the King Beater.
King Sorix he's in here. But that was really close. You know, very often when we see 2 scouts versus 1, it's you'd think it'd be obvious, but Sorge was on 21 HP, so he wasn't in the fight for a long time. And then the healthy scout actually just died to Voxy. So that's going to be an actual win mid here for Electro. I thought it was going to be Feint. Again, that was what it was looking like for the longest time, but no, they get that. But on the other hand, Bobby actually died super early, which is a great strategy by him because now he has a significant Uber advantage.
Yeah, or Electro, Church of Jezunis, they're looking like they actually want to walk in onto second here, but they have to be really careful. As you're saying, Bobby almost has Uber, but I think they kind of realized this, and they're just walking right back out of alley. Don't want to get caught between a rock and a hard place, and walking back into the middle, they're going to be building this up. And I think a side effect of how close that middle was means that now we're just going to go here. We're going to sit 15 minutes, by the way. At the end of these 15 minutes, whichever team has a middle cap will just win the golden cap. There we go. They get the Uber. They're going to walk back into alley. It looks like this is where they're going to want to sit. Want to force out a pick here.
All right, here's a dumb question. We might not have time for it, but let's say that the round resets as the 15 minutes expire. What would happen then? Would they just have to play another round? I guess they would, right?
I think the universe just collapses in on itself when you experience the singularity. The heat death of the universe happens as Condor claims all.
Look how far in they are.
Wait, Nevo?
Yeah,
Nevo's actually just taken down. Okay.
Yeah, everyone was in super deep there for Electro on the flank, but didn't quite get anything out of it. We've got Jezunis, like, once again, he's actually going to run into a scout and wins the 1v1 there in the tight spaces there. Gazi is going to lose the duel to the scout. And now we see Sorge just barreling forward right now. He wants to get some kills, but they're going to go for the flank route once again. And this has been something that they seem to favor going in this way. And actually, Jezunis is in a really good spot here to get the force up, but he doesn't need to.
Yeah, the Uber is popped out of both teams, but neither team has really managed to find a kill. Sarge should have spotted out that scout hiding in the corner right there. That's a scout dropped really low. Nubby and Voxtech both taken down. There's a medic just completely on his own. Sarge is in on him. Matty is the only man alive, and it looks like that 9 minutes, which what actually is. Matty is taken down. They're all completely wiped. Sarge is just waiting on last for a challenger. The 5 seconds left for like 5 spawners. They actually have to get this cap pretty fast because Sarge is on it. There we go. Church of Jezunis take this No 9-minute rule necessary. They just skip right in the cap. They win, and the map changes immediately. That was really close. And then suddenly they just walked in and they killed people with an Uber charge, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that was some good stuff there. There was just the big DM fight there on second. They made sure to spread out. They had a pick at some point, and then they just made sure to absorb everything and hitting the enemy team from as many angles as possible. It was really nice teamwork and just team DM just at work there. And well done by or Electro there taking it. They kind of were up against the ropes there. It kind of feels like they got a gut punch right at the end of the regulation there with the Feint taking the quick round. But they managed to claw their way back there. They win the very clutch mid, and then they managed to just slowly ease the control back in their favor until they could win a big team fight and cap last.
Yeah, so that was Metalworks. I hope you all enjoyed it, as I do believe this week will be the last week that it is played. But now that's 2 points for Church of Jezunis already, being the fact that it was a golden cap. Feint Gaming will be securing themselves a single point already. It's not quite what they hoped for, but in the end, it's better than nothing. Which is what I told myself a few weeks ago when I sadly lost to Epoly. I'll never forget that moment. It was horrible, but
Yeah, like if you look at who's behind them, right? So Virtus.pro is on 12 points. So now Feint Gaming, they're on 18. So that means that they're going to be tied, right? If Virtus.pro gets 12 points. And then Nerd Raid's also, they're down there with 11. So they actually can't catch them now. So that's actually really good. So that point matters.
Yes, it really does. But honestly, if you look at who Virtus.pro is going to be playing within the next couple of weeks, they have a game against Nerd Rage, which honestly feels like at this point, from what I've been seeing out of both teams, should be honestly really close. Which is coming up tomorrow, actually, I do believe. Then they have a week 7 match versus the Frenchies, and I don't know if I have faith in Virtus.pro to be able to take on the Frenchies at this point. Frenchies are sitting second place on the table right now.
Yeah, they've been really good. So that seems kind of unlikely, but Virtus.pro, they've been surprising us all season. I thought they were going to finish second to last. They are definitely overperforming so far this season. Yeah. So I don't want to write them off just for that reason alone. But I actually think this was the best game of Metalworks I've ever seen. I haven't gone through the entire brain library right now, but I can't think of a better Metalworks game just off the top of my head. That was extremely entertaining to me, and in a golden cap and everything. And now we're moving on to my favorite map in the whole wide world, Gully Wash. Oh man, this map is so good, and it's quite different from Metalworks. It does have the sort of same. It has a similar kind of flank dynamic to it, I feel.
Yes.
It has the choke, right? It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit different, but it has that main choke, and then it has a flank area where you can actually do stuff. So, maybe that kind of thing can carry over into the next map. But we've actually seen so far this season that I think that your performance on Metalworks has zero bearing on how well you're going to do on Gollywash. There just seems to be a massive, dip in performance from one team in almost every single match I've watched.
Yeah, the thing about Gullywash compared to Metalworks is that Metalworks for European teams is an extremely new map. I believe the last time we played it was 2 seasons ago, and before that it was season 17, which is a while ago. So it's not really a map we play in Europe all that much. And even still, I believe 2 seasons ago, it was actually just ignored by a bunch of the top teams, including 7 that ultimately ended up losing on it. This time around, I mean, it feels like, they played it and it was really close, but Gullywash is just one of those maps where we just have a couple teams that just figure it out and they just do some crazy stuff on it. Still, after all this time, people are still just, revolutionizing the way we play Gullywash, and it's honestly kind of crazy, because this map has been here forever.
Yeah, it is a very old school map at this point. I'm actually kind of excited just because we have 2 scouts on both teams that can actually go behind and do damage. The tiger flank, where you go into big door and just run behind and hide a whole bunch. If you send Sorix behind, you're nervous. If you send Gazi behind, you're nervous.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be some sort of fireworks going on there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the flank this time around is going to be incredibly explosive. We have Nubby and Rising both just deciding that Pocket doesn't exist. Amarok and Jezunis on the other team, kind of almost operating under a similar theory in a way, with Sorix eating like a lot of Condog's attention in general. It kind of feels like with the scouts as well, Voxy and Gaz, they're playing really hard on the flank as well. Nevo just like Nevo's Nevo, you know, he just does things. It's kind of crazy.
He's really good.
Yeah,
and he's a very good sniper as well.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
Like we don't see Sorix play a whole lot of sniper. He's actually really good at it, but he just says he sucks and then he never plays sniper. It's kind of weird. He's really good on sniper, I swear, but yeah, he doesn't like it. And to be fair, he's a really good scout, so it kind of makes sense to just keep him on his main preferred class, and then Nevo can snipe. And Nevo is one of those underrated snipers that have been in Prem for a while, and he's always really good. And he hits a bunch of naughty shots and kill streaks on sniper almost every time he plays it. So definitely a player to keep an eye up on. You know, if you see him flash onto that sniper off class, maybe start shaking your boots if you're on the opposing team. But then, of course, we got Nobby as well. Nobby is kind of nutty on the off class. I don't know if you saw on Metalworks last week, but he kind of did some stuff on sniper. Like, he got the medic kill, and then he walked around a bit, and then he just like point blanked the scout as well. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a map where we saw Banner's last map. I think Gullywash is a map where, depending on what happens in the middle, you can kind of end up in a situation where there is a stalemate. Because of the way that Gullywash kind of works as a map, it's so easy to charge up banners as if you're a soldier. So, like, there is no way that we don't see a banner at some point, considering how close these mid-fights have been. I will be incredibly surprised if we don't see at least Jezunis or Amarok trying a banner at some point.
Yeah, they really like that. Like, just Roamer on last has such an easy time building that if he just holds up on that balcony area. There's always someone just hanging out in that general area, and you can just chip them down for like 50 and 30 and then go back for heals and then come back and hit them for 50 and 30 again. Rinse, repeat until you have a banner. Maybe like get a kill here and there. You know, it is very, very good, as you said. And then also, you know, this is very often thought of as a demo man map, and you know, we saw Eames and Maddie. They had kind of opposite games last map, where Eames had better damage but lower kills. So I don't even know what to expect on this one. Overall, I'd say Eames should be the better demo man in general, but I don't want to count out Maddie. And I actually don't know how on point either demo man's rollouts are. But I think we might be readying up here.
Yeah, it does look like we are going live. This is map 2. Never mind. We're getting baited. I'm sorry, guys. As they did just troll us. Decided that casters aren't allowed to have fun. That was Voxy decided that maybe he wasn't quite ready quite yet. Was doing the intro, but unfortunately, I just get baited. There we go! Boys and girls. This is ETF2L Season 36, sorry, week 6 between Church of Jezunis and Fate Gaming EU. Aura Electro taking first map Metalworks 2-1 with a golden cap. Sorry, 3-2 and a golden cap. Matty all the way into the middle already. That's a lot of damage on Condor.
Look at this soldier in the skybox.
Oh my god.
Actually not doing a whole lot. Condor has actually finally made his way out there. Yeah, he's behind lines, but now Ryzen's going to come in very aggressively. Maddie is just across him. I've never seen a demo man that far forward. He was in the enemy choke. And as soon as he's going to be on point right now, going to be just going to be Nobby left. But the 3 players alive for the Aura Electro, and that's that. Dude, what was Maddie doing there? Did you see how far forward he was? He was like hugging the crates of the enemy team. That's how far forward he was. Like, why would he even be there?
I was so caught up with the Jezunis, like, jumping up top behind the enemy choke, waiting for them to go out as the entire team just walks across point. I'm like, okay, Jezunis, you better have to do something. He actually did get in and do some stuff. But it looks like because medics actually have the same amount of respawn time, Ubers are pretty much even. Nubby going down, it does look like Jezunis wants to get a little bit aggressive here onto Big Door. He's going to edge along, but Gazzy has called him, just going to walk right back out. It's pretty much the only aggression we're seeing right now. There we go. Amarok is sacked in. First of many, I assume. He's gonna go down, not really find anything at all. Watch your eyes for a funny little Nevo sniper, maybe.
Yeah, actually, Soldier's gonna run around the corner right now, see if they can get a cheeky little pick there.
Jezunis.
Yeah,
He's so low.
Yeah, Boxtech is dead. No real movement right now. Just a lot of spam and choke. These demo are just farming it. That's gonna be just the Uber exchange right here. Sorg's gonna try and see if he can make them split the Uber a little bit, but not really successful. So both teams are just gonna back off, and we do have a scout behind lines. Nevo though, not Sorg's.
Jezunis is in the enemy lobby as well. He kind of snuck through lower there. So he just gets taken down by Nubby. Nubby hits a crazy little fire onto Nevo as well. Gets completely shut down. That is disgusting.
Yeah, that was really important there. Easy kill for his scout buddy there after all those rockets hit. So now it's going to be pressure from both Choke and the big door, and even a soldier came out who dropped down there rising. Oh my
God.
Oh, he dropped! Oh no.
There's a soldier in actually onto the enemy. Matty's gonna go down. There's a demo onto Bobby right now. He's alone. He's the only one alive. He hits a pipe that Eames pulls it out of the bag. Maybe Condog gets air shot for the boys, for the squad. Takes it for the rest of for everyone else. You know, it's actually there are a lot of players still dead. Amarok could go for a funny right now if he wants to, but no. He's gonna sit in river, spam like a little crying baby boy, and not do something funny.
Yeah, he could have gotten in there and gotten the cheeky demo man pick, but I guess he wanted the medic to spawn first. I don't know. I don't understand this thing.
I don't know.
Clearly the engineer is like the funnier target, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the guy you want to bully. It's like the slightly chubby kid in class that you want to pick on. Surely that's how it works. You can just see they're just building Uber. They're actually building really aggressively. I think they might realize that Connor has a slight Uber advantage right now, so they're just building very aggressive, and they're about to come in here now.
Yeah, Condor dropped down all the way to 41 HP. Does pop the Uber out. Bobby only 81. He's actually not healing anyone quite yet. There's just a scout on point. Sorex just caps it out. Matty not quite able to deny him at all. That sentry got taken down immediately. That's a very quick round, honestly. For Church of Jezunis, I have no idea how they managed to get that gap.
They just ran a scout through water while they Ubered in a scout over like the normal way with the medic. And the scout, he was just kind of uncontested for a really long time, and by the time that Connor decided he should flash him, he had already capped it. So great job there by them, and bit of a sloppy reaction here. So immediately Eves is going to get taken down by Nubby.
Rising gets a kill onto Jezunis as well, so Amarok, pretty much the sole hope of his team, it's like flubs the jump completely, hits a nice rocket onto Vox Tech, but that's pretty much about the only thing he did that middle. As Condog and the rest of the boys are just gonna walk right out of middle, all the way onto last. Sorix hitting himself in the head with the sword. So it's not quite Japanese, but maybe committing something similar.
Maybe if he keeps hitting, he'll finally stop hitting himself, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, you just take some technique. We've all gone through it, so it's fine. But yeah, Ubers have been built. As soon as it's on Spy, I think he's just checking in spawn to see if there's any kind of funny business going on. We might just see Nubby try to go for some sort of sack in to get the off-class going. Oh. You can also do the thing where you send a scout through water. What he's doing?
He's on Spy.
Oh, he is, and we got the banner already. You mentioned it.
Cast the curse if I've ever seen that. Oh my god. He just gets... They hear him uncloak and they're just like, oh, nope. Soldier tries to jump in. That's Rising, gets taken down, jumps straight into a sentry. It's gonna get spammed out, but luckily we have a builder man. Won't let his friend go down.
And I can't see my HUD. I didn't use my smart HUD today. I'm just...
Oh no.
I'm just on my good HUD. So I can't actually see what the banner on Amarok is like, but it's the con again. We've already seen it used to great, basically perfection early on. So you know they need to be careful of that. And so he's just building away. There's a little hard content. And meanwhile, I don't see any off classes at all. I'm kind of wondering. Yeah, they're going to send a scout to water, so that's pretty good. Actually, Nubby's in water as well. He's way closer than I thought. And then Gazzy going to run into a second soldier here as well. Hasn't quite been taken down, but there's a sticky trap waiting for him. Oh
my god.
He makes it. The great escape.
That was pretty close. I am surprised he lived that because he just got kind of sent into space. But, you know, Nubby is sniping as a pyro just, like, reflects everything. Sentry gun never dies. Nubby has to do something right now because he's pretty much the only member of his team capable of doing anything. He's peeking in through main. So he's going to look and find absolutely nothing. Going to have to rotate over. He has to go for maybe the Blitzo shot. No, never mind. I'll walk into River instead. This time it's the Thalas shot. He's going to jump into the little railing here. Goes for a kill. Doesn't find anything but Soldier.
Oh,
he's actually in on Somatic. Oh, what? No. He gets the second shot.
Oh my god. He got so many shots. Nobody expected to be there, including himself. I can't believe he got that many shots off. Somehow, he was like right outside of range of the sentry gun as well. The sentry gun was shooting something else. That was unbelievable, man. That could have been the play of the season so far.
His crosshair was like centimeters away from Condog's head 3 separate times. And
as
because
it's
he does the
sharking
crazy
around.
little sniper flick, where after you shoot, when you kind of shake your mouse a little bit because you're an EU soldier,
As soon
and
as
that's
on
just
the
how you
medic?
play the game. Oh, Jezunis goes in. It's a really big rocket. It's one rocket.
He could have killed the demo man as well. He just decided to go for the medic instead.
Yeah.
So now we've got a scout in water as well. See Amarok up there on the ring.
He's actually just capping the point. They're just so close. They suck in like 3 players to the point, but actually Uber comes out Condog here. This
The
is pretty
panic
good
pop.
for the Germans.
Yeah. Somehow just there's so many stickies on the point that people are just getting blown away. That was really well played there by Maddie, setting up the sticky trap and coordinating with the rest of his team. And then Condog, I want to say that was an unnecessary pop. You know, this is kind of like in Div 6 where you see people, like whenever they need to block the point, they just Uber because they think that makes them block the point harder. But that's not how blocking the point works. But yeah, either way, that felt like a panic pop for sure. But great pressure coming out here from Fate. They're going to be set up nicely here to even it out.
Uber is coming out of Vox Tech, does use most of it to take down a sentry gun. Gas actually taken down by Amarok right now. This Uber's looking like a disaster for the blue team. Fake Gaming, they used the entire Uber on a sentry gun, and it looks like Nevo takes a kill, gets Bobby with the critical frontier justice. Oh my god, that was that's not what you want to see.
That is not what you want to see. Holy hell. That couldn't have gone any worse. They just did nothing.
Yeah.
Like they sent some people into water. I think that's where they got their only kills. But they traded down there. Gazi's actually in spawn trying to snipe, but he gets kind of sniffed out there by a demo man. He's just going to put some stickies down there, and that's going to be that. So they're going to keep on moving forward. There's still a sniper in spawn. This is the most annoying spawn to actually get in here, but demo man just going to jump in very aggressively, shutting it down, and there we go. Oh, Nobby sinks it up. See you later.
Condor right there is going to be feeling the pain of that one. Nubby getting that kill, that's so important. It allows Fake Gaming to stay on second here. Can't really fight it. Eames does have stickies on forwards. Maybe that doesn't matter. Rising almost does go down, but it looks like they've just been able to hold this. Suddenly, Church of Jezunis have to walk right back onto their side of mid. Can't really fight anything right now. They're just going to wait for Fake Gaming to walk forward. They're actually going to walk through Big Door here. That's a lot of spam in their way already. That's a really aggressive soldier. Bobby's down to 22, so he gets forced out. They've found absolute 0 kills on mid. Scout might even able to chase it to second right now. They're not able to go in. Actually, have a backup as well. They're looking to go in and block this. Church of Jezunis not quite able to do so, so they just have a scout behind. Here's Nevo. He's back on the enemy second. He should have been called. Capping that should pretty much be his denies.
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah, they
it's a
should
pretty big
know.
tell.
There are 2 people behind in the enemy lobby right now. Nubby sitting close to Shutters. Scout has gone up top as well. As Gaz has been sticking out right now. Demo should see him. There we go. He has been spotted. He's just going to stand here as well. Nubby is somewhere. Just going to walk out a Big Door, maybe? As Sorix just chase him. He gets out. Now it's just a scout friend. As Gazi just like, at some point, he just kind of has to kill bind.
I mean, as a scout, this is kind of what you want to do, right? Just run around behind lines, especially when you're gassy and you can just like flick and hit people. But as soon as it's going to pick him up, and now it's just a matter of can Nevo avoid the same fate? He's still kind of just jumping around here up top. He's not really taking a fight, but at some point, you know, he can just kind of come in here. He's going to come in through. There's a choke, but no. Not quite. Amarok jumped in at the same time, and actually they get the Uber Force out because as soon as follows up on it. So now there's currently only 2 players with the medic, and then Nevo has been taken down as well. So this is like kind of dicey for Connor.
Sarks just goes in, he 2-shots Boxy, and gets a nice little 4-shot onto Bobby. There is a player behind, however. He's sitting on top. It's actually both soldiers right now. They're fighting Condor. They get the kill onto Condor and onto Eames. Eames and Sarks actually do combine, get those 2 killed, but that is so big out of Blue Soldiers. Rising and Nubby gets everything. Gazzy takes a kill onto Jezunis as well. Amarok is actually in onto second. Matty hits one crazy pipe. Amarok just shuts him down as Condog is spamming every single bind he has.
That man really needs better binds. I feel like he has binds for one occasion.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, Condog has owned you, and that's kind of what all his binds say. And it's really, it doesn't really work in any other situation, so they're just all bad. You know, because of course he never owns anyone.
What do you mean? I don't know if I've ever seen someone own himself as much as I've seen Condog just kind of accidentally do funny things.
Yeah, he's a character, alright. Actually, Foxx's gonna get taken down there as soon as just peeks around the corner, hits him with the perfect direct, 112. See you later, buddy. So that's gonna be a scout down. You know, potentially sends Soda into the skybox from Victor, because if there's only one scout to shoot him, more difficult to actually stop him. But Nubby is actually behind lines right now. I didn't even see him go in to Victor, but he is being dealt with by a scout. So not quite able to do much, and looks like as soon as going to come in here and give him backup, and they're just going to team up and take him down.
Kill in onto Nubby. Can be a door opener, quite literally. In forward spawn for a nice little off class. Amarok tries to go forward, just gets shot by every single projectile in the game. He's actually in. There we go. Third time is the charm. Gets absolutely nothing done. Hits Bobby for about 50 damage.
He's just third time is the charm. I don't want to see what happens on the fourth try. Jeez.
Rising is in. Gets one frag. They actually get the Forcer. Jezunis gets taken down as well. Both soldiers down on the red side. Not actually optimal. Gaz is just in behind again. 2-shot Nevo there up top. Suddenly this gets really difficult for the blue team. Actually, look at this. Condog eats a pipe. And a little bit more of a rocket, but it does.
Gaz is still there.
Oh,
he didn't actually go for a play.
Gaz is water right now. Can you just cap this? Please don't let him do this. Amarok is going fishing. Oh, there we go. He's just been spotted. And there we go. Okay, never mind. Thank God.
He was doing
Gaz
the Drax strat, right? Just stand completely still. That way they can't see you. And then, of course, that's not how invisibility works. So he's going to get taken down by Amarok. Actually, we see everyone on Jezunis. They're just trying to make their way out. Ubers are even, so this is just an aggressive push out here. Gaz is going to come into big door. He's going to threaten the back cap here. Jezunis is going to have to fight him off, which he does for now. But I think Or is going to have to just get out.
Sarks is getting bossed right now by Gaz. Just gets absolutely destroyed. Gaz with a taunt there on that one. Tries going for a play behind. Look at the jumps right now. They're so far forward. Faint Gaming. Actually all the way on into River already. Gaz is on mid. Not quite able to follow up with his team quite yet. Uber's in. Actually, it is popped out. Box Tech is caught between a rock and a hard place at the moment. Just goes down on the point. Taken down by Jezunis. As they have traded characters right now. Amarok is dead as well. Sentry gun spam out. I do believe this is just a last hold right now for Jezunis. They are still one round up. This has been a long round so far.
Yeah, I don't think they're really worried about like the time or the score that much right now. I think they're just trying to play optimally and take it easy. You know, they don't need to do anything crazy just yet or play the clock in any way. So Amarok, ooh, he could have been taken down by Nubby there. Nubby was actually looking the wrong way. And now he's going to just jump in here onto the medic, but gets taken down by the sentry gun there and Sorks as well. So nice little try there. Voxtech, I think he's on spy. Yeah, he is. He's waiting for his opportunity to walk up these stairs.
I'm pretty sure he sees the enemy spy over the Jezunis as well, walking into River. So he should call that. Does he bump there? I don't think he got noticed. Jezunis is taken down immediately. He is just trying to sort of find an angle where he can actually walk onto the staircase here. This is so hard. How has he not bumped these players yet? I'm actually like, how is he doing this?
He needs to stop moving is what he needs to do.
Oh my god.
Alright,
he gets up there. Okay, there we go. He's done it. It's progress. He's actually in. Kondo eats a lot of spam. He's actually finally bumped the medic. He's in onto him, gets the stab. Take him down, but that is more than enough. They actually lose Rising as well. The push won't be immediate. out of Fate Gaming. They're just going to posture way far back right now. They're on to second. They know they only have to keep Bobby alive right now. There is the primary goal. As they are down 2 players. He's going to wait for Voxtech, wait for Rising to come back up. As this should be... This is their golden ticket back into this game. If they ever have an opportunity to go in, it's pretty much right now. And Church of Jezunis, they know this.
They don't have a pyro? Okay, there we go. There comes the pyro. So it's obviously you have to walk back there and click a class icon that's not scout. That took him a while. But he is ready now. Just going to defend his... That was like a double reflect back. But here comes
Uber is popped in onto the demo man. Matty AZN does get the dispenser kill. Gaz is onto... And Jezunis actually taking down Eames, Rising, and Voxtech dead as well. Look at Nubby. He's in onto the point. He's on the pickaxe. Doesn't find anything else. It's just Matty AZN versus the Kings themselves. He gets he gets him. Sarge is taken down, but Condog has Uber. He's 50%. He can actually just wait this out. No, never mind. Spawners do come out. I'm sorry. I didn't look at that. That was so close. Almost Jad play, but Condog did kind of fail his friend there.
I don't think he expected the double pipe. I didn't expect it. I was so shocked when I saw that. Like, a demo man and a medic against a scout and a medic. The scout and a medic wins every time. Like, you don't need to use Uber for that. That was the logic, and sometimes logic is just not what happens, you know. But it is an Uber advantage still, and they know about it.
They definitely do know about it. They're going to have to go in soon, though. The Uber's popped in through shutters this time around. Demo in very close so far. Matty AZN does find that sentry gun already, but look at Eames. He's so far behind the point. It's going to be edged out a little bit, but look at this. They actually haven't managed to find any kills. Conroe 85, 98% Uber charge. There we go. They haven't even popped it, actually. They just managed to get the kill onto the demo. Bobbies are so low already in that push. Really backfiring, honestly, for Frank. They haven't been able to convert these rounds. That's a soldier similar to the point. It is Rising indeed. Taken down by Sticky's, not able to blow them off. There we go. It has been deflected. Nubby is on to Sniper, and he is in a very funny position right now.
Yeah, he was being very aggressive. It looks like they're going to rotate around the other way.
Nubby? He does it again. Condog just doesn't care. They get a kill onto Bobby, actually. Nubby taken down as well. Matty's just going to walk back out. Nevo is taken down by Boxy. In on mid, that should just be about it for players feeding. As Rising taken down on second as well. Matty doing some funny little flicks, trying to get kills. Shouldn't find any right now. He's going to walk back out. Condog only has about 20% Uber. Despite this, does pop on middle. Bobby taken down. Pretty much even Ubers, but look at this. The tables have turned. Church of Jezunis are all the way onto the enemy last.
Yeah, if they win, then it's just going to feel so bad for Fink. They had the gift of a lifetime in form of that spy medic pick, and they completely blew it. Like, Matty just used all his stickies before the Uber even came in. So that was a bit weird. It kind of looked like he didn't realize they had Uber advantage or something. I don't quite get it, but actually this would be a good time for a dot push, because they should know they have the small advantage, and that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, Uber is popped in here out of Condor. Looks like point is going to be edged. There's just one soldier on it. There's a scout now, but look at the enemy team. It's just not there at all. They're not able to play the point. Matty just... I don't even know where he was, but it wasn't the point. And that is... It's just so hard to hold no demo like that. With just one soldier, not enough. Just play the point on Church of Jezunis. They're now up 2-0. 10 minutes left at the pace this map has been going. This is very comfortable for them.
Yeah, you think so for sure. But or they kind of succeeded where Fate failed, where they didn't get the demo man behind the point, and they just like over the scout down there and got him.
Jezunis, right now we are onto the third mid-fight of the game. Jezunis is in onto drop down. Amarok just jumps across the point. There we go. He's finally showing himself. He walks forward into choke. Bobby taken down. So is Voxtech as well. There we go. Bobby actually finally does go down. Nubby finds a kill onto Nevo. Rising going down as well. Matty's actually managed to find himself 2 kills so far. Amarok and Condog, the only 2 players left alive. They're in choke, and I don't think they should fight this. The health is there for them, but that's a demo man and a scout. I don't know about you, but I don't believe in jumping scouts.
No, like, if you have a shotgun, sure, because you can just do some consistent damage, but yeah, there's no way you should actually take a fight there, even if you have the heal advantage, right? Because, like, Amarok would probably win the fight, but he'd lose his medic in the process. Not worth it. So they're just going to go in now very aggressively. Demoman's going to get jumped, takes down immediately. And Uber has been forced right now, but they got 4 kills before that happens, so that's probably worth it. Bobby's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have
a successful Uber in anyone's books, honestly. Bobby Basketball is all the way back on last. They will be getting this. They actually have, you know, a sizable ad, but with all of their players down, no positioning on second, it's going to be so hard to really do anything. WTFs and LMFAOs are coming out in chat. I'm so confused what happened.
I'm gonna go with they all just saw the comment that's outside. I don't know.
Everyone is so surprised in server chat. I don't know what happened, and it's really confusing. I guess we're just gonna live with it. As Blue Team Fake Gaming have a lot of ad right now. They're gonna walk in right now. There's actually Jezunis is just in onto Bobby already. Doesn't quite get the force. Only just barely misses out a couple of rockets. Connor now 90% Uber. Looks like they're just gonna be able to hold this. Church of Jezunis be able to sit on mid. Condog has Uber. How do you walk through here?
I mean, very aggressively if you ever do it. Like you can't stand around and choke for very long before you just have 0 health. So you need to be very, very decisive whenever you decide to move in with an Uber, and they weren't quite, so they're just gonna stay out. So now we're at this stalemate situation that, or like, so they are super comfortable with just bleeding the clock right now, because this is the time of the match where a 2-0 lead with 7 minutes remaining, that's not that big, but like if it's with 5 minutes remaining, that's better. It looks like they're actually going to get the Uber Force out here, and Rising dies, and then otherwise it's completely even. So even this is looking good for Aura.
Sarx is actually in right now. Matty going down there to Amarok is actually a really big kill. Not having that demo momentum. Lockdown choke. Bobby taken down by an arrow as well. Sarx is just cleaning up players along with Nevo. There we go. Nubby just gets completely owned by Amarok. 1 player up. It is Rising, and he's gonna have to do some magic right now. He's hiding in secret on last. As his friends do spawn right now. Matty is up. That is just an Amarok straight in onto the demo. Matty does get a kill, actually, but Bobby has gone down so far. That's no heals on the blue team, as that's a pipe onto Voxy right now. Pyro Gaz tries to do something. Arrowed by Condor. Rising taken down by pipe as well. There we go. This is looking worse and worse for Fake Gaming. Matty's 60 HP does find 2 kills, actually. Sorix and Eames get taken down. Nevo, however, cleans it up. 3-0 now for Aura Electro. 6 minutes left. This is getting pretty hard for Faint Gaming at this point.
Yeah, like they're gonna need to just completely turn this around and just murder them on mid and then just roll to last and do that like at least twice in order to be able to have the time to actually win this. But you know, it is still technically possible, and they've had some pretty good mids so far. Faint, and look at that, he just immediately gets murdered.
Eames is taken down, but look at Bobby's health. He takes so many rockets from Jezunis at the very beginning of the mid. Jezunis just wants this kill onto Bobby so bad. He actually does get it. And the rest of his team is so far out now. They get that medic kill, which is absolutely crucial. All of the wind in the German sails is completely taken out from underneath. Right now, there is a demo and a soldier. They are on top. They want to go get something, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get anything at all. Nubby taken down as well. There's a scout on point. Tries to get that cap. He's actually winning the 1v1. There's a soldier in onto Kondo. Rising kind of almost gets it, but not really. Kondo lived 100% Uber. They tried to go in and do something, but at this point, it gets so difficult for them. This is like a minute and a half per round. Actually, Eames, they're taking this so
aggressive.
In onto Bobby right now. He's just stuck. Matty's gone down as well. He's so low, but the rest of his team is there. Hamrock taken down. They're walking through Big Door, and looks like, there we go. Church of Jezunis is going to calm down. Kondo wants this kill, man. He's so hungry. He just sits there, spams a couple arrows, finally walking back.
Yeah, that was very good play there by Bobby, just making it out alive there. I thought he was going to die for sure, but no. He did some small surf and got out, but actually the back cap coming out here, that's very annoying for him to deal with.
No.
Come on, Sword. Go. Just kill him all, Sword. Do it. Look how much time he's buying. This is incredible.
Oh my god. They're just completely destroying them. It's 2 up, Gaz and Matty. Only players left alive. There's nobody hiding even. I don't know what you do here. Gaz is going to try to get onto mid. He quickly realizes that would be incredibly futile. Nevo just caps that point. That medic is still dead right now, but Matty gets 2 kills. Nevo and Eames do go down.
The Div 6 sticky trap. It works every time, baby.
Works every time.
Yeah. So this big Uber advantage is going to be slightly smaller by the time they get respawners on the ready to push. Never mind. They're just going to push with no people. I guess they have swords, so that's enough. That's the reasoning, I guess.
Yeah, that's an Uber for the ages, as they do go in. They get the kill onto Bobby. Sorix does go down, but who really cares? The enemy team's 3 up. Gazzy's like 40 HP, as Soldier is just dancing around. They try to get something right now. Amarok not quite hitting the hero shot. Maybe it doesn't matter, because the rest of his team's on the point. There we go. That pretty much seals it. Condor, there we go. Finally spamming some binds. It's the same binds we've seen for the past, like, 3 hours. So 4-0 now for Church of Jezunis. That is pretty much the game. 4 rounds in 3 minutes is mathematically impossible, Peter. I'm sorry to be
I was really hoping
boring
for the comeback, but you know, kind of crushed my dreams there. Let's see if Matty can actually survive early on. Like, he's been locked out again. This has been a theme on all these mids where he just gets locked out. Eames will die for it though. So, you know, who's the real being locked out here, I guess. So, actually looking really good here for Feint. They don't have much health, but they have more players, and that's going to be... Look how weak everyone is. Hey, mate, he just needs to hit...
Hammer can get a 4K here.
Yeah, he just needs to hit like 2 nutty rockets, and he wins.
He needs to not shoot himself. There we go. He's actually just going to shaft forwards on the Moxie. Oh, no. Matty's gone down as well. Oh. That scout, Gaz just does not want any of it. He's actually in the enemy choke. He's going to try to fight this. Do you fight that after he does it to his friend? Okay, he gets the kill. Maybe it's fine.
That's not supposed to be possible. But yeah, good news that Nobby's going to try and see if he can get the medic, but yeah, by the time he gets all his shots off, there's just an army between him and the medic. Single scout on the point, gets swarmed. Actually, the second scout will join him there, but Eames picks him off. Along with the Gazi being picked up there by Sorix. So at this point, they're gonna be finally able to cap this mid. That was a long mid fight here, but yeah, I'm glad they're still actually playing. I hate when teams just kind of give up. I love when they just keep playing until the very end.
I mean, you've got to farm the air shots. At this point, like, that's what you're going for. You want to hit the cool skybox. It's pretty much all you're doing. Yeah, that's
and Gazi's on fire. He's just main classing.
Yeah.
This is not him throwing.
He pulls out his true powers.
Oh, it's a crit streak.
There we go. Bobby saw that he didn't have any crits.
And Bobby gets the air shot on his feet. I don't think that was a wall
shot. It's Condog just backcapping. It's Pyro.
Oh! Condog. That's gonna be 5-0. That couldn't have ended any better.
Oh no. Okay. I guess that's as you were saying, Metalworks and Gullywash did turn out quite different, as it did end up being a 5-0. I don't know if we can count that last round at all. But, you know, it is what it is.
Much. Yeah. Yeah, who cares? Like, or Electro were definitely the better team on Gullywash. There's no doubt about that. They take that very securely 5-0. They were a bit of you know, some stalemates that kind of slowed it down. But yeah, there was no doubt about it.
Yeah, taking a look at the logs here, you see Bobby actually got less drops than Condog. I don't even remember Condog dropping at this point. So much other stuff happened.
Yeah, but Condog has like a half KD, so I'd say he's the real winner.
Yeah. I mean, as a medic, that's honestly pretty good. He actually died. He has 2 drops, but Bobby died twice as much as he did. I guess that's not a surprise. I think the most important thing to take away from these, if you look at the logs, Fake Gaming did get 69 kills, which is really impressive, and I enjoy the coordinated attempts to get that. So obviously their intention from the beginning.
Well,
I mean, you look at the logs, you kind of see what you expect. Nobody actually surprisingly getting above 300 DPM. Top damaging is Amarok, Soldier on Gullywash, fairly expected, to be completely honest. Sorix going 29 for 11, so maybe it's fine. All is right in the world. Everything's okay.
His DPM is falling, but I don't think you're unhappy when you go like 3-1 almost in KT. That's really good. Like, you can kind of see why he averages 28 kills per map, right? It's kind of nuts, just how consistently good he is. And then Amarok has also just been an absolute monster. There's actually only one soldier this entire season that has a 1 KD, just to give you an idea of how much soldiers struggle. And it's not Amarok. Maybe after tonight, I don't know. I haven't checked how close it is, but it's actually Korvac. Korvac has like a 1.16 KD. What? That's the only soldier that's
Oh my god, okay. Well, do believe that there's not really any people in the interview channel. It looks like people just want to go to bed. Actually, quite late because of that golden cap. I don't know if I have anything else to say, Peter. Do you have any other points? Funny tidbits?
I guess we should just recap what this means for the playoffs.
True. Yes.
Right. So Feint Gaming, they did get that 1 point, and that point can be really important. That means that Nerd Rates can't catch up to them, right?
Yep.
No matter, they only have one game left. So I think maybe they have two. Oh, I can't even remember. My brain. No, they have two. So Ascent and no, Nerd Rates could actually catch up to them, but it's going to take 2 matches to do it. So
yeah,
that's really important for Feint. And then Virtus Pro, they could potentially catch up to them, which would require 6 points, and they have a really tough schedule. So Feint Gaming, they're looking really good actually. And
but Feint Gaming do have to play Swift next week. It's not exactly going to be an easy matchup for them, but you know, if they get 1 point off of Swift, and that's looking really solid. Like 1 golden cap, is that too much to ask?
Yeah, maybe not. It looks like right now Swift, L'Étrange de l'Édition, and the Church of Jezunis, those are all pretty safe playoff spots. And then it's just about the 4th one. And I'd actually say Feint Gaming are the favorite right now just because they have 18 points.
Yes.
It's also worth noting that, the Church of Jezunis and the Frenchies, they're actually down a map right now, so they can get even more points. But I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot. In the grand scheme of the playoffs. You know, maybe.
I mean, it's going to matter for who gets the 2nd and 3rd seed going into next week, of course. It's going to be when that week 5 matchup happens because they hate things being normal and easy to follow along. Going to have a week 5 matchup like in the middle of week 7. It's going to be really cool and very epic. Excited for that one, honestly. That's probably going to be that's either, because here's the thing. I feel like the Frenchies last season were really boring to watch. Unless Callback does magic, that might be a really slow game. So maybe it's not that fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they've been really fun so far this season. Like, it's just Neo and Callback have been going absolutely nuclear on basically every single map. Like, Sorg has been the best scout this season, I think, but Neo is a close second. He has been really, really consistently good. Like, just so good. Can't say enough good things about Neo, but definitely keep an eye out for him and that match. I can't remember what the match tomorrow is, but I'm producing it, so I'll probably do some research about it at some point. But
I can look at that right now. Tomorrow, there are 3 matchups.
Oh,
there are the Frenchies versus Swift. There's Ascent EU versus the Gay Jail, and Nerd Rage versus Virtus Pro. I do not remember which maps we are covering, but I imagine it's going to be the Frenchies versus Swift, I assume.
Yeah, that's on TF2L. I think that's the one I'm producing. I'm not even sure, but
yeah.
But that's definitely worth it. And then there's like another game as well, and then even technically a 3rd one that I don't think we're covering. Maybe Critscast is covering. Maybe we're gonna do it on TF3 if we get enough crew to actually cover it. We'll see. Or maybe one of you industrious young men can actually put up a stream and cast it yourself. You're allowed to do that.
Exactly. Any people? I'm going to go eat Chinese food tomorrow, which is why I didn't. So I'm going to go have dim sum. I'm really excited. So maybe somebody else is going to cast it. I'm going to go eat epic food, and you guys are just going to have to watch a video game instead. I'm so sorry, but I do believe that is. Are we done? I'm talking about my dinner plans tomorrow. I feel like
we're definitely.
I feel like
done.
we're running out of things to say at this point.
Yeah, I will just shout out my demo call. It's a demo call, ETF2L Season 36. It is still ongoing. I think I have recorded everything that's been sent to me so far, pretty much. So I am on top of it. So I'm just waiting for people to submit more stuff in there. And if you hit some good stuff in an official match, I want to see it. It might make it in. But other than that, guys, that's going to be it from me, Wandum, and Rahmed. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. Still more playoff spots to be decided. And if you have any last words, Wandum, now's the time.
I have no words.
All right, good night.